I love living in a big city.
I've spent the majority of my adult life in Manhattan, Los Angeles, and Paris, and I thrive on all the stimulation, all the cafes, the museums, the symphonies, the restaurants, everything.
But living in a big city can also be really challenging.
Millions of tons of concrete and metal, all that electricity, the incessant noise of cars, people, mobile phones, elevator music, it can be really overwhelming.
The history of modern cities and how they've developed is really fascinating.
Congregating millions of people together so they can spend less time traveling and more time working.
Did you know that for the vast majority of evolution, human beings lived together in tribes of about 150 people? It's only relatively recently that we built vertical housing structures so that we can fit all of those productive human beings into one small landmass. In relation to modern cities, I want to take a look at the history of melancholy and depression. Melancholy was defined by the Greeks as one of the four humors or innate dispositions. And then during the Industrial Revolution, it went from being a disposition to a medical disorder.
Let's take a look at the most recent definition of depression from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
The definition of depression is having 5 or more of the following symptoms every day during a 2-week period. Depressed mood for most of the day, markedly diminished interest or pleasure in almost all activities, significant weight loss or weight gain or decrease or increase in appetite, not sleeping enough or sleeping too much, psychomotor agitation or retardation, fatigue or loss of energy, feelings of worthlessness or inappropriate guilt, which may be delusional, diminished ability to think or concentrate, and recurrent thoughts of death, or what is known as suicidal ideation. Let's take a look at a chart of mood disorders to see what I mean.